What's going on, everyone? Talen here, and welcome to another uniform review video. Alright, so we have 3 new uniforms for the AntMan Quantum, what is it? I've already forgotten the name of the movie. Quantumania. So the Quantumania movie. So we have AntMan, M.o.d.o.k, and Wasp here. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the uniforms here. I guess we'll just go in order. So let's start with AntMan. So here's AntMan's movie uniform for AntMan and the Wasp, Quantumania. Doesn't really look too much different than his other uniforms. A little bit. Alright, so let's see what this uniform's got. So, changes the effects of both of its passives, and then we have increased chain hit damage by 15%. He's got guard break immunity, that's nice. Decreased damage received by 20%. I've forgotten, what did this other uniform have? Oh, so it did have guard break immunity, okay. Alright, well I guess decreased damage and chain hit. Alright, so tier 3, I don't think it's actually changed. It has it on here for a change, but it might have just got like an animation change or something like that, because I'm pretty sure all those effects are the same. Actually, I don't remember. How old is AntMan's tier 3? Because I don't have AntMan at tier 3. I did just start the hero quest for him because I had never done that, and I was like, you know what, I might as well use it on AntMan. He looks like he'll be decent, so yeah, let's do that since I don't really have many other options to pick for that. And then for our tier 2 passive here, increase skill by 40%, bonus damage by 40%, and then he's got his guaranteed dodge, 87% there for 20 seconds on a 30-second cooldown. That might have been buffed. I kind of remember it only being like half the time, like active for 15 seconds, but then on a 30-second cooldown. Anyway, so that's pretty nice. 4-star passive, 40% physical damage. All right, kind of basic, nothing too crazy there. Got fracture, got incapacitation. Okay, here we go. Now we've got some stuff going on. So what do we got? All right, so decrease character size. So this is one where it gets nice and small. And accumulate 10% of pure damage when attacking, so that's good. 1.2% for 1%, so 120% all attack there for accumulation. Very good. We have 25% heal. That's very good. He definitely needed that. We have 4 seconds of invincibility. Increase all attack, all defense by 45%. We have 1% speed and 35% crit damage. Looking good. And basically have a damage proc here on the 5th skill, 100% there for 1 attack. All right, I mean, that's not bad. He's got accumulation. He's got a few buffs going on here. He's still got his guaranteed dodge by 87%, so that's really good. Make him very difficult to kill, so I do like that. And yeah, as we can see there, we have his tier 4 as well with the Captain America icon there. First skill. Okay, just basic, don't really expect too much from that. Second skill, that is very similar to, oh, that's a little different. Usually he just kind of zipped around like this and then he just went out of the animation and do a punch at the end there, so that's a little different. Third skill. That is basically just a copy paste of Giant Man, right? Isn't that Giant Man's, what he does for his 5th skill, just a little shorter animation or something like that? Doesn't he do something like that? And then he stomps around a little bit, so he gets up like this, does that one stomp exactly like that, but then he stomps instead of kicks. 4th skill. Oh, that's pretty cool. He's calling in all the ants there for backup. Okay, can we cancel that? What if we... Okay, yeah, so we can cancel that and we still get all the ants. Alright, so 5th skill. Punch, 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 punch. Big punch. Okay, not bad. Yeah, so we can combine the 4th skill. Which one had the accumulation? It was the 4th skill or the 3rd skill? No, 3rd skill had the accumulation. Alright, so we can do 3, go into 4, and then 5. Yeah, that looks good to me. So 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we can cancel 4 really early. Okay, so I like that skill rotation. So he seems like he'll be damage proc friendly, so that's good. So if you want to use a regular damage proc on him, it seems like he'll work fine. And did they actually change? Let's see what the tier 3 looks like. Okay, yeah, that is definitely different animation. Okay. Might have added more hits as well, so it looks like the tier 3 might hit a bit harder too, because of the animation changes, we get more hits going on there, so that's really good. And then, what does our tier 4 give us? All attack, all defense, and some more all attack. So just a lot of all attack and all defense. Okay, so Ant-Man is looking pretty good there. Yeah, so he's looking good. So I'm definitely going to be buying the uniform, because like I said, I did the, what's that, hero quest or something like that to get him to tier 3, or to assist you and to get him to tier 3. I figured, why not? I haven't spent that on anyone else, so definitely be buying the uniform so that once I'm done with that hero quest, I can use Ant-Man right away. So now let's move on to the next uniform, which is going to be M.o.d.o.k. So yeah, M.o.d.o.k finally getting some love here. Look at him, he's all or was this just gold plated or something? Yeah, he looks like gold plated. Alright, so changes everything. I mean, he definitely needed that. So his leadership and both of his passives. And then we have increased chain hit damage by 10% when attacking and decreased damage received by 15%. Changes all of his skills. Good, that's what we expect. And did he get a tier 3 with his uniform or an awakening? I'm pretty sure he got a tier 3. But anyway, let's see here. So his tier 2 passive. Ignore dodge by 20%. Very good. Increase skill damage by 40% and 35% to bonus damage. All right, a little bit of damage and, well, actually just all damage there. And then passive, immunity to snare, charm, and mind control. I think that is what he always had, or was it only charm before? Only charm and mind control, but not snare? I don't remember, but I would like to have seen a little bit more on his passive there. Then a 45% leadership now for energy for all allies, so that's good. They didn't kind of make it for villains only or blast only. I mean, it still is only 45%. You definitely have a lot of options there, but he's self-buffing leadership, so if he ends up being good, you can have his own leadership, then 2 supports with him if you want. So nothing crazy there. Nothing crazy there. It looks like he's all mind damage too, so that's pretty cool. So we could use a judgment on him. Ignore defense. Interesting. That couldn't give him something a little bit better than ignore defense. Okay, here we go. Now we've got some accumulation. It is only 0.9% though, so it's a 90%, which is still actually pretty good because a lot of characters just have like 0.6 or 0.7. So once you start getting to like 1%, those are like the premium characters. So 0.9 is pretty good here. So I'll take that, and it is damage when attacking, so damage dealt, so that's also very good. And then we have a 20% heal, 5 seconds of invincibility, increase all attack, all defense by 35%, 1% speed, and 30% crit rates. That looks very familiar. That is the exact same buffs that Ant-Man got. So Ant-Man has the exact same things as M.o.d.o.k here. Or pretty much. He's on his 3rd skill. He gets the accumulation. All right, well anyway, let's see what MODOK skills look like here. And okay, yeah, he's getting a tier 3. Movement speed, he's pretty slow there in his floating chair. Alright, first skill. Alright, there's a little bit of mind blast there. Second skill. There's a little bit of charge, and then we have a rain down there with some energy attacks. Alright, 3rd skill. Okay, can we just... Okay, you can instant cancel that. Alright, 4th skill. High frame does a few bashes there. Okay, and then the 5th skill. Oh, he's spinning like a top there. It's making me dizzy. It looks like he got dizzy at the end there too. He's like, oh, okay, let's shake that off. Alright, so we can do... Can't really combine much here. He does look like he's going to favor a judgment. Because we could cancel... Yeah, we could cancel 3, but we can't really cancel the other ones to get all their effects. 4 has the accumulation, so I think you would want to go into 3 and then let 4 play out, and then go into 5, like right at the end of it. Yeah, probably something like that, which again seems more favorable to a judgment, not a damage proc. And now let's see what the tier 3 looks like. Okay, he's flying around, just beaming everyone. Okay, not bad, not bad. So do like 3, 4, then go into the tier 3 probably. Get our accumulation, a little bit of extra damage from 3 because why not? And maybe that'll help activate our judgment right away for the tier 3 skill. Okay, yeah, so the changes to M.o.d.o.k look pretty good. Yeah, it looked pretty good, but I definitely think you're going to need a judgment or a rage on him, because he does not seem very damage proc friendly unless you're doing like 3, 4, just proc on 4, and then just do 5 just for the invincibility and the heal, and not really for the damage, because you're not going to have your damage proc there, and then wait for 3, 4 again and do that as your damage proc rotation. Or if 4 doesn't really do a lot of damage on your damage proc, just do 3, 4 just right away to get the accumulation, and then go right into 5. So just like insta cancel 3 and 4 and go into 5 for your damage proc, get some damage. But yeah, I definitely think that a judgment is going to be best for him. Interesting. I may pick up the uniform. I'm not 100% convinced yet, but let's go ahead and take a look at Wasp here. All right, so what has Wasp got going on? She's already had her awakening, right? Yeah, she already had an awakening if I remember correctly. So, all right, uniform effect. Change both of her passives, and to all allies, a 20% HP increase. So she's a support there for HP. Interesting. Increased chain hit damage by 15%. That is her 4-star passive. And then a 30% chance when attacking. Apply to enemies, silence and paralyze. The paralyze could be nice, actually. 2 seconds on a 20-second cooldown. Does that refresh at all? Almost like, you know, applying like a shock to them is going to keep like paralyzing them for more than just that 2 seconds. So reapply it maybe 2 or 3 times, because 2 seconds is just not very much, especially on a 20-second cooldown. I don't know. The chain hit though is nice. All right, so the leadership. Oh, so her 4-star passive and her leadership has changed, not her tier 2 passive. Okay. Leadership is 30% to all attack now, 20% to defense, and 10% to speed. And I think it was like 20, 10, and 5 or 20, 10, and 10 before. I don't know, but that is definitely an improvement. Okay, nothing on the first skill. On the second skill, we have damage immunity, applies to all allies. So this is probably one of her bubbles again. Just says 1 second, but I'm assuming she's going to put up a bubble of some sort or something like that that you can stand in. That'll keep refreshing. And then this gives super armor, increase all defense by 30%. Okay. Super armor is definitely nice. And then the third skill increases her dodge by 11%, gives her a 45% attack boost. Okay. Fourth skill. Okay, she has accumulation as well. So all 3 of the new uniforms are giving accumulation, so that's really good. Hers is also when attacking. Hers is the weakest out of all the accumulations, though, at 0.7% instead of, what was AntMan, 1%? Or is he 1.2? And then M.o.d.o.k was 0.9, and she is 0.7. And now the 5th skill, 25% heal, 9 seconds of invincibility. That's pretty good. And then increase basic damage by 80% for 1 attack. So she has a damage proc on the 5th skill. What's the cooldown? 17 seconds, and she gets 9 seconds of invincibility? Really? So she can have her invincibility up 24/7. That seems kind of crazy. So she can always have invincible up. Yeah. Because I mean, because that's 8.5 second cooldown and a 9 second invincibility. She seems like she could be really good. They're at least really hard to kill, one of the two. All right, first skill. Very similar to one of her previous skills. Don't know if it was the first skill. Yeah, so she puts up a bubble here. So as long as, oh yeah, it's the bubble that follows her around. And what did that give again? The super armor, and as long as you're in it, it was immunity, damage immunity. Yeah, so she can, I mean, even if for some reason you can't get the 5th skill off for the invincibility, you can just pop this bubble. So yeah, she's gonna have damage immunity up all the time. So that's actually really cool. Third skill. Tornado. I like this tornado effect. It looks really cool. Okay, it takes a little while to be able to move, though. That's a little tricky. Fourth skill. It's really cool. I like the animations for Wasp here. These animations are looking really cool. Fifth skill. Wow, the fifth skill's a pretty long animation, too. That was 5 seconds. So, can we... Okay, we can cancel 4 pretty early. So I go into like 4, 5. And then which had the accumulation? Was it... Or I mean 3, 5. So 4 has the accumulation. So 4 going 3, 5. Probably that if you have a damage proc, because I don't see... What does this do? I guess that might do some decent damage, but I think you probably want more of just the tornado combined with 5 if you're using a damage proc. If you're using like a CTP of Rage on her, then you can probably do, I'd say, 4, just dash in and then do 5 or 3, 5. Ooh, I canceled 3 a little too early there. So let's do 4, 3, and then 5. Yeah, so that's probably the rotation if you have Rage. If you don't have Rage on her, I would just instant cancel 4, go into 3, and then do 5. Okay, let 3 play out a little bit longer than that, so you need to, what, like half a second? A little more than half a second. Do I have to wait for the tornado to actually be visible? Yeah, pretty much. So once she does almost like a full circular rotation, then we can cancel it. Alright, let's see what her awakening looks like. So she has an awakening with the Giant Man, it's looking like, and anyone else, or is it just her and Giant Man? Okay, I mean, not bad. That's kind of what I expect from an awakening skill with Giant Man in it. Okay, yeah, so Wasp, I don't know. I like Wasp's animations. They look really cool. In terms of damage, I don't know. I feel like her damage is probably going to be a little bit light, but she seems like she's going to be very, very difficult to kill. Because, I mean, you know, some of the world bosses, you definitely have attacks that will pierce and stuff like that, but she still has a 25% heal on this. So, you know, the few attacks that she's getting pierced her invincibility on, I mean, she'll just heal it right back up. And then she has iframes all over the place. Yeah, I don't know. She again feels like she's going to be very difficult to kill, but I'm not 100% convinced that her damage is going to be that great. I am going to pick up the uniform because I do want to test her out a little bit more. I don't even remember. Do I even have her at level 70? I cannot remember. Level 70, where are blast types? I do have her at level 70, okay. Okay, so I'd have to do that. Yeah, maybe, you know what, maybe I'll awaken her and try her out. Yeah, I need to build her up a little bit more, have her with invincibility, okay. Yeah, that's one I'm interested in, but let me know in the comments below if you've played with any of these characters yet, if you've been impressed with them or not. So far, I think all 3 of these uniforms actually look good to me. They all look like really good improvements. Wasp definitely looks like a very defensive character, so if you're looking for just pure DPS, she might be like the lowest out of the 3. I think Ant-Man definitely looks like he's going to hit the hardest, and then M.o.d.o.k is right behind Ant-Man, with Wasp being in last place in terms of that. For survivability, I think Wasp is definitely the best, then Ant-Man, then M.o.d.o.k. Yes, that's going to be my first impressions of these uniforms here. Again, let me know what you think of the uniforms, which ones you guys picked up. You saw which 2 I got, and I might go back and get that M.o.d.o.k one because I do like that uniform as well. It does look pretty cool. We'll have to see though, because I usually only pick up uniforms if I'm getting the character to their next rank up. So in Wasp's case here, if I transcend her, in Ant-Man's case, if I'm getting that character the tier 3, I may get him the tier 4. I don't know. We'll have to see if I'm really impressed with him or not, but definitely level 80. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed, and of course I will catch you in the next one.